Hi everyone, how are you? I had such fun last week drawing that little gnome. He was just I was just having so much fun that I need another one. And this time I'm doing it on a t-shirt. You can see I've got it on a board. You can't see all of the shirt because it doesn't fit in my frame, but it is what it is. I'm going to use a fabric marker. I will try to remember to link in the description below or in the end card the last video I did on a t-shirt. I have been wearing that t-shirt probably once every couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 times a month since I made that shirt, and it's washing fine. It looks beautiful, and so I'm going to continue on. I have an Arteza brand fabric marker. Package looks like this, in case you guys are curious. Just like that. And I'm just going to make myself a new little guy on a t-shirt because I decided, I recall, that all of my winter wear, all my fun Christmassy sweaters and shirts and things are all for cold weather, and 99% of the time we don't have that cold of weather, and I want one that I can wear at work because it's hot at work. I'm working hard, I'm running around, I get hot and sweaty, and I really just need a t-shirt. So I'm making myself one. So that's what we're going to do. And let's get started. You may or may not be able to see, I've kind of drawn out with a little bit of watercolor pencil a little bit of where I want to put the hat, what kind of hat I want. I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go with this kind of hat. Let's see, where is it? My inspiration. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Let me turn that kind of a hat there on with Sven, but not that kind of beard. Different kind of beard. So we're just going to go for it. What's the worst that can happen, right? I got this t-shirt for $2 at the Goodwill. So if it doesn't come out good, oh well. It won't be the end of the world. And I'm actually going to do the hat first this time because I want to know where it ends up. Something like this. And like that. And then the brim of the hat is going to kind of come up and around. And up and around. Something like that. That's very far on this side. It's going to need some kind of greenery here because I got a little carried away. Alright. So his little nose is going to go right there. And then the rest of him is beard. What kind of beard do I want? I think I want this kind of shape. Sort of petally shaped. Something like that. Maybe a little bit more this way. Okay, I like that shape. And then something coming up here, maybe with a kind of balls or bells or something here, like that. Perhaps a small one over here. And then maybe some greenery. Coming up and out. I like that these pens are double-sided, so they have a smaller nib on one side and a fatter one on the other. This needs more branches. Something like that. Maybe one coming out this way. Something like that. Can you guys see that? Oh, let me move it a little bit so you can see all of this. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do... Shall I try to color it in? I don't know if any of the colors are going to show up. Because it's red, I don't know that any of the other colors will show up as anything other than red. I'm going to try... Where I try and test the colors is up inside the collar behind my neck, because that'll never be seen. It kind of goes orangey. You might see that. Let's see, what else might we see? Let's try some of these really light colors and see if we'll see any of them on this red. Nope, won't see that. Let's try this light blue. Oh, you might see that. It's not going to look blue, but it'll look like a different color than what I've got drawing. That might be all right. What about this sort of white gray? What do they call it? Dolphin gray. Nope, not going to see that. That's the problem with the dark shirts. I couldn't find a lighter color shirt. So it is what it is. Maybe this light green. Will this show up as anything? It's sort of a greenish color. All right, we'll try that. How about the orange? Will the orange show as anything other than red? Not really. Alrighty then. Brown? Will that show up as a color? Or does it just look black? Maybe. Okay. Alright, we're going to try a few colors. See what happens. Push that back. Let's see what the green does on this branches. It looks brown. It just looks brown. It looks like green when I put it down, but then when it dries down, it kind of looks brown. But that's okay. Brown's all right. I don't imagine dark red will look like anything but red. But maybe I can try the red. It's a little bit green. You see it as brown. I see it as sort of green. Let me see what red, like red does. What's this one called? Tomato red. What does tomato red do? Not much. I could always come back in with regular fabric paint and paint this, which I could do. I do have fabric paint rather than fabric markers. I may just do that because he needs something else here besides just red. All right, let's you can't see that at all. I can't see that at all. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Grab me my fabric paints and do a little painting, which I wasn't planning on, so I'm not prepared. Let's get a little palette. Let's get a little brush. I need some water. Good thing I have water in my cup. I can just pour some in my there we go. Take a little out of my coldest water bottle and put a little water in a cup. See, a little bit of water. Oh goodness, I was not prepared for this. We're gonna go with a little bit of, we want some green, right? Forest green. We're gonna do a little green. We're gonna do a little bit of like pink. And what color do we want his hat? Perhaps a darker red for his hat. Okay, let's not get too carried away here, Dawn. I'm going to start with the greens. Oh, never used these. They're still sealed. That's not going to help me any. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. You know, if I had thought ahead, I'd be more prepared. But I didn't, so I'm not. Tiny bit of green. Don't need much. Have I used this color? No, this one is not. Let's open that up over here. I really shouldn't be doing this over my shirt. You know, I'm a bit like Chloe Rose in that regard. I don't think ahead. And I'm not prepared. A little drop of this green. Should be more than enough. Don't need much. Bit of pink. I know I've used this pink, right? Yes, I've used this pink before. Bit of pink. Oop, too much. Have I used this red? Don't think so. Nope. Now I've got paint all over my fingers. All right. That red. And then we'll think if there's anything else we want. I am not wearing the right clothes for this. Good gracious. This is my white sweatshirt. If I was thinking I was going to paint, I certainly wouldn't have worn a white sweatshirt. Goodness sakes. Dawn, you're just not thinking. Get my paintbrush wet here. Let's do a little bit of green. Oh, much better. Let's do a little bit of that green too. We'll mix them together. I picked a little bit thinner brush. I guess I could have, but I like having the angle so I can get a thin line. Just like that. And this will work just as well. I've used this fabric paint on shoes, which I've worn, and they've been fine. I've used it on hats, which I've also worn lots of times, and they've been fine. So this will work great. Now I want a little bit of that light green, put it on the tops. The branches that go over the top, the ones on the bottom can stay dark green. This lighter green can go on the topper ones. The topper ones? What kind of word is topper one? The upper one. Not topper one. Silly Dawn. Okay. Alright, a little bit more. The under ones. And the darkest. Okay. It's not 100%, that's okay. I just wanted a little color on here. But it wasn't in my plan. Now I'm going to get quiet because this wasn't in my plan. The painting part. Usually when I paint, I don't usually do it on camera because it takes me a while and I tend to get quiet. Okay, the one on top is this one, right? The upper one, not the toppest, which is not a word. Something like that. That's good. That's not bad. All right, so now what do I want? I need some paper towel. Paper towel. The one good thing about having a small workspace is that everything is at hand because I don't have much room. All right, let's do a bit of pink. You know what? I didn't clean my brush very well. It's still got some green in it. Let's try again. Oh, that's better. That works fine. Okay, and then perhaps a pink ribbon on the hat. You know what? I bought 2 shirts to do. When I do the next one, I'm going to plan a little bit better. I'm going to do the painting part first, and then I'll show you guys the part with the pen. And if I do patterning. Come on, give me some more pink. Because I'm sure this is not the most enthralling video you have ever watched. Doesn't even look pink and drying down much thinner. It's absorbing into the fabric, which is what it's supposed to do. But it doesn't look pink. At least not to me. So we're going to do a little bit more. I just wanted a couple of festive shirts to wear during Christmas week at work that I didn't care if it got dirty, because I do get quite dirty at work. But I won't care about this shirt. It'll just be my Christmas work shirt. No big deal. All right, That's good. That's good. And then I want this darker color. He's going to get a darker color around the edge of his hat. Something like that. Just to give him a little shading. He needs a little shading. Is his hat going to have a pattern on it? I don't know. Maybe. Probably. But this way, a little base on which to put some pattern. What about that? Does that look good? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And then I'm going to do that on the brim as well, I think. Okay. All right, let's see. Now what? That makes a good shading. It really does. Make a good shading for this color. We're just going to shade this beard. Just like this. Lots of water. Lots and lots of water. a little bit more paint. Just a drop. I like what color that's drying down as. A lot more water. Needs to be super wet. Okay, so now this video is going really long, and I'm sorry about that. This is not what I had intended. Like I said, I am going to do another one that's, I don't know if I'm going to do another gnome or if I'm going to do some kind of tree shape because I've got a green shirt, but I'm definitely going to paint, get the base layer down first, do a little planning, and then I'll do the drawing part. That way you don't have to spend your whole time watching me paint. We'll just plan a little better. Super wet. Needs to be super wet. That. Like this. And I think his nose needs to be more of a pinky color. What do you think? I think so. I'm putting in the dark here in that shadow. And we'll come back with the pen when it's dry. But I think his nose needs to be more of a peachy color. Let's see. That's kind of fluorescent. I don't really want fluorescent. Yellow ochre? You know what? Maybe gray. Light gold. Ooh, light gold sounds good. Let's put some light gold on here. Have I used light gold? No. Okay. Let's give it a little shake because gold might be metallic and it might have settled. And then we'll open this off to the side over here so I don't splatter on anything important. Over here on top of the trash can. Okay. Wipe my fingers because I'm making a mess. Ooh, that's pretty. Can you see that sparkle? That's pretty. Okay. Make sure this is really clean. And let's go for a gold nose. It's a little more water. So I named my first gnome after my grandfather on my dad's side. So I think it's only fitting that I name this one after my grandfather on my mother's side. So this little guy's name is Gustav. With a sparkly gold nose. Little sparkles here. Something like that. A little bit of sparkle here on his hat. Because why not? Perhaps a little sparkle on the greenery. Because why not? Why not? Give him a little sparkle, and he's going to have some sparkle in his beard because he's just bougie like that. Let's give him a little. And then we're going to come back and do a little bit of patterning inside his beard if I have time, which I'm running out of because I didn't plan. He may have to be an edited one. I don't like editing, but I will if I have to. Alright, he's almost got sparkles everywhere. Like that. Oh, he's looking dapper. I think the hat needs a little bit of sparkles right here in the middle. Just like so. Right along the top. So much razzle dazzle. How about that? What do I think? I think that looks good. I think I want his nose a little bit more, a little thicker. Just on the side where he's got a lot of shine right there on this side. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to stop. I'm going to let this all dry. And then I'll be back. And yes, this is going to be a super long video. I'm going to have to edit it. Oh well. The edge of this hat needs some. 'Cause that's where the highlights are. Like that. And maybe a little bit over here. Like that. And maybe a little right here, because I have paint left over. And who doesn't like a little extra bling? All right, so he has a golden ribbon, gold and pink ribbon. All right, so far, that's awesome. I'm happy with that. I'm going to let it dry just a little bit, give you guys just a break. I'll be back in a second. You won't notice that I've been gone, but I'm going to put you on pause, and then I'll be right back.